everyone, I'm going to do a relatively short video today on maintaining my herbs that I have planted. The herbs I have are rosemary, basil, oregano, and cilantro. I'm going to just inspect the plants for anything dying or any bugs eating on it, and then trim them down. Today's video is going to be pretty short. Dad's not having the best of days today, so I need to stay inside the house as much as I can. First thing I'm going to do is come in and look at the plant. This is rosemary. The plant is growing. Rosemary just grows very slowly. Now, I'm not going to trim anything off of this plant yet. I'm just looking for bugs, looking to see that there's healthy growth, and which there is. I'm not seeing any brown spots at all. These will grow, and eventually they will fold over and hang all the way down the side of the basket. That's when they start getting long enough to kind of hang over. That is when I'll start harvesting rosemary. The basil has really taken off and is doing quite well. So when I inspect my basil, all I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and look, see how the leaves are getting real tight, close together right here. That is going to soon form into a flower, and at that point I will just pick that off, and that will let the basil continue to grow. Right now, I'm going to look at it, make sure there's no brown spots, no dead spots, and it looks pretty good. Don't have too many bugs, too many places of bugs eating. The soil is nice and cool. Like I said, I really like this system. It works really well. I think today what I will do is I'm going to go ahead and just pluck off some of the leaves and take them in and dry them out so I can have some dried basil. That's pretty much all you do with basil. With the oregano, if you look at the tops here, you can see buds starting to form, and you want to cut the plant before those flower out. With the oregano, you're going to cut the stems, and then more growth will continue. I'm going to... It looks like I will be taking quite a bit off of this plant today, but it will grow back. You cut the whole twig like that. Okay, this is my second cutting on the cilantro. I cut this about 3 days ago, where I showed you the difference between new growth, the leaves are broader, and growth that is starting to seed. It starts to grow out. So here is a good example right here. Place where I trimmed it back, and then it started to put new growth on again. So I'm going to go through and cut the old growth off again. Well, the strawberries are just about done for the year. Next project for the strawberry bed will be clear out some of the old plants and put mulch down. And every year I say that I'm going to get some stepping stones or make some stepping stones to put out there so I have places to put my feet while I'm picking strawberries. Maybe I'll get that accomplished this year. Hey everyone, it's Sunday evening. I've spent most of the day with Dad. He's had a real rough day today. He's resting comfortably now. And I'm going to try and beat the sun and get my strawberry bed taken care of for the rest of the year. I need to go through and make sure I've picked all the berries. Then I need to thin it out. It's very overcrowded right now. So my plan is to pick all the berries, then I'm going to take my mower and raise it on the highest level it will go and try and take all of the tops off the plants. That will allow me to see what plants are newer and what plants were maybe last year's, and I can weed out last year's plants. Then I will add straw around the plants, and then for the next couple of weeks I will need to be watching for new runners and making sure that they get anchored to the ground underneath the straw. So, busy time of year. Here we go. I wanted to touch base real quick on why this is the time of year you want to clean out your strawberry bed. The plants that I have are a June bearing, meaning they put on berries in the early spring and then you pick them in June and then they're done for the year. There are other varieties that are ever-bearing where they produce much longer. These, however, they have produced their berries, they have ripened. Now I've picked most of the berries, and now the plants will store all their energy into setting on runners. So you want to clean your bed out before that happens. You want to make sure you get the old strawberry plants out before all the new runners start. I will probably thin my bed down to about 20 plants, and next year I will probably be back up to about 100 plants. Each plant will put on anywhere between 5 to 8 runners. So now is definitely the time to clean it out before it starts doing that. Yep, you just saw me murder my strawberry bed. So the next steps are go through, pick out any old plants, put straw down. Probably wouldn't hurt to water it pretty good. And then over the next couple of weeks, just keep an eye out for runners and make sure they get rooted into the dirt.